Back to lesson 15, my young playwrights. All right, so you're fulfilling attendance part 1. In order to fulfill that, let's go down to this explanation. You're going to write a play. Before you freak out, yes, it's a 5 to 7 page play, but it's actually not that hard. Why? Because in official manuscript format, each page is formatted so that it takes up approximately 1 minute of time to perform. You're not going to perform these, but the format is such that there's a lot of space in it. So yeah, 5 to 7 pages sounds scary, but it's really going to be like a 3 to 5 minute play. And I'll show you why. So if we go to this link, which you don't actually need to click on because next lesson we'll go over format. You're not going to worry about the format yet. But I'll just show you real quick. This, if you decide to click on it, you can just go right, skip all that stuff. This is literally for like playwrights if they were going to submit their play to be published. All right, so this is where it begins. Your first page is just the title page. You just hit enter, enter. You write the title, you write some contact info, and that's it. So your first whole page is gone. Your second whole page is just your cast of characters, your list of characters, plus the setting, like where, the scene and time, where and when your play takes place. That's already 2 pages gone. Not too bad. And then, when you actually start writing the play, you do not need to write this much for the setting. You could just write like 1 sentence or 2. And I'll explain more about this in another lesson. But let's check out the first page of dialogue. Look how many spaces there are. This is official play manuscript format, and the page practically looks empty because this is what is easy for actors to follow when they're learning their lines. And like I said, this whole page takes approximately 1 minute to perform. That's why it looks like this. But like I said, you're not going to worry about this yet. I just thought I'd show you what it'll eventually look like. All right, so that was the format. You're going to have at least 2 acts in your play. An act in a play is sort of like a chapter in a book. You have acts and scenes, but I'll explain more about that later. You're going to have at least 2 characters in your play. One of your characters is your character sketch. So if I were writing a play, I would take my Mr. Carlson, and he would be one of my characters. And then I would ask a classmate to share their character sketch with me so that they can be my other character. Now, an important detail though, you're not working together with this person. If you use their character sketch, that's all you need from them. You're writing your own play. But more on that later. Okay, so the plot I wrote here, be kind, no plays about how racism, violence, etc. are good. Obviously, you know that. But I'm writing that for a reason, because kids in the past have done stupid things and written stupid things. All right, your grade, we're not going to have time to perform these because these plays are longer than like the superpower skit you did and the acting videos you've done. The grade is actually the writing and the format. So make sure you're using your best grammar. And then you can ask me, you can ask Google, you can ask classmates, you can ask family. Hey, is this correct? That kind of thing. You can ask Grammarly. All right, so your goal is to have fun. I hope this isn't stressful for you. It might seem like it just because official manuscript format is like a completely new format that you've never used before. But I'll be helping you along the way. And it can be as dumb as you want. Like literally your character sketch was probably silly and someone else's character sketch was probably silly. Like in my example play, I wrote about Mr. Carlson Ms. Holmedotter and Squinisha the squirrel. You know, it can be as dumb as you want. But make sure the writing is clear. All right, so then attendance part 2 today will be asking someone to share their character sketch with you. Now, they're not going to be able to share with you if they just click share at the top right-hand corner, because they no longer have access to their own document because it's turned in on Google Classroom. So what they'll have to do is copy and paste it and then email it to you somehow. Or just take a picture of it and send it to you or something. Okay, so as I said before, choosing someone's character sketch doesn't mean you're working with that person. You're just using their character. And you can have more than 2 characters. That's fine. All right, attendance part 3 will explain what you're actually doing this lesson. You're doing a mind map. Please ask me if you have any questions. I'm here to help.